Greetings one and all, my name is Lancer and welcome back once again to My Hero Academia. We'll be watching episode 5 of the final season, last week on the story of All For One and his brother. An unexpectedly tragic story, but then again it is the world of My Hero and it is All For One, our main villain, as it then led us to the modern day where All For One faces against the true final boss, that being Bakugo. And Bakugo prevailed, and All For One has been defeated, but there is still one villain left, that being Shigaraki. So, let's get back into it. Several days prior. Oh my god. Crazy to see them all prior to this, because this feels like a lifetime ago. Collateral damage. Just gotta win. Yeah. There's that part of Shigaraki that's still bouncing back, but that's the Tomura. Or the Tenko, I should say, because there's Tenko and then there's Shigaraki. The Shigaraki being more the all-for-one side. So if there's a hope of truly beating him, Deku's got to do something with that Tenko side. Yeah. We can worry about the world after it's saved. You know, I always appreciate that in superhero stuff when they at least give some consideration to collateral damage and, you know, it's not Man of Steel. But this is just like, fuck the collateral damage, just beat the villains. Like, you know, just get everyone out and evacuate and then just go crazy. But to be fair, everyone, yeah. Like everyone has to watch everything burn. But at least, you know, like, we can rebuild. I mean, there is that villain side of it, though, where it's just like, I'll give them nothing to be able to rebuild from, even if I'm defeated. Which is why I'm very curious to see just, like, hero society after all of this, but I know that it doesn't really show that much of it. Because, like, hero society and all that, it's just had such tension lately. With, like, oh, the heroes are just as bad as the villains and just causing all this destruction and death. And so it's just, like, just seeing the repercussions, then, of all of this. It's just, like, the League of Villains has been defeated, and one for all for one, all that's gone. And what does the world look like after all this? Finally back to this fight after a whole season. He's so happy about that. It's kind of my fault. Sheesh. The fact that the waves just like, aren't even affecting them. Ugh. Oh, he took Danger Sense? History's greatest villain, alright. One could argue he was already defeated, but about a dozen seconds ago. Yeah, what happened? Good riddance. How does he feel about that? Yeah. The fact that he still physically interacts with them. Okay, he took Danger Sense. How does that work? So we can take away the quirks, like, one by one. So is he steadily gonna take them away? See, I always thought the vestiges were just more of like a mental like configuration. Like I get that some part of them obviously still lives on through One For All, but I never gathered they were physically still in there though. Full on like him being able to push them out of the way. I figured it's more that like that's the last quirk Deku just used, so he was able to take that. He has to be careful. But now you don't have your Ultra Instinct, no Danger Sense. Yeah, just all three. Oh, I like that it's red now, the Danger Sense. I mean, you've learned the power, so maybe you can counter it some way. Sheesh. I mean, there is a way to counter Danger Sense. We've seen it. Like with Toga, like his Danger Sense wasn't activating with her. But I mean, at this point, it's just like, yeah, I'm not a threat to you. How? I'm still gonna try to save you. This is like when Aang was in the Earth Ball. If he takes Black Whip, then like we're fucked. Yeah, it's just tech, it can be fixed. We're on dry land now. Oh, we're at that mountain. Got it.
身体強化に影響はないようだな。力自体は各因子ではなく
Yeah. Running where? It has to end here one way or another. Oh, I can. Can he see him because he has Force Quirk or because of like the all for one for all connection? Because like that was the whole thing, not last season, but it was season 6 where like all for one was actually in the vestige world. Yeah, well, I think he's the only one still alive. Conducting a symphony of destruction. Is that what we're doing? Yeah, he's his own being now. Might have to crack this egg open still. One for all, 1,000 quadrillion %. Jesus. Will that be enough though? Sheesh. Remember when it was only like 2 seasons ago we can barely go like 40%? My other times. One of the first smashes. Oh my god. See, because like Shigaraki right now, it's like all for one's gone. He doesn't give a shit. Which makes me wonder, it's just like how shouldn't the all for one side of him have died with all for one? But I get like at this point they're 2 separate beings. So really like this fight still carries a lot of weight, obviously, just because if he gets one for all, then well, everything that happened today was for nothing. Because now he's just unstoppable. But you know what we gotta do? Go beyond. Like cutting away. Smokescreen as well. Sheesh. I mean, you can stop his decay all you want, but like he can still just make more. Just stacking all the quirks. Just give him the ultimate headache. Oh yeah, he does have that. That damn ragdoll quirk. Like, every quirk has to be pushed to the limit here. Ugh. I mean, the world doesn't know it, but this is for the world. I'm fighting and saving. It sounds like a Demon Slayer song. That's the thing, you know. We're at the end of the series, but I feel like Deku never had that chance to like face someone that truly was irredeemable, or just someone who couldn't be saved in some way, because Muscular and kind of like Overhaul sort of, I mean, they were that when he initially fought them, but then he eventually saved Overhaul at one point in season 6. So again, that's just something I kind of wish he came into more conflict with those kind of villains, which I guess is kind of what the movies did. It gave Deku like one-off villains, which is like you have to fight them to beat them. There's no way around it. I mean, this is the ultimate test of that. Where just like he sees something that can be saved. It's more just like the core inside of him that is still that crying child. No FNAF. But he has to break through the outer shell that is still all for one. Risky showing him that. Grandmother's in there. You want to come out and play? It's your own flesh and blood. We're past that though. We've had this conversation so many times. You don't even believe that. Yeah, bottled it up. Don't stop smashing. Yeah, back when you turned your back to it. Yeah. It's the only reason he can fight is because there's something to save. It's the whole point of a hero. I mean, yeah. I mean, Second's really the one that started all this story. You know, if he didn't save Yoichi, wouldn't be here. Didn't save Yoichi and then him passing the quirk on to him. It's just a story like that, the never-ending struggle. But in that, that's the beauty. But I'll save a lot of that, talking about like the true meaning of all of it. I'll save it for like the last episode. Really? Right, Star is in there. Honestly, didn't think she'd come back. Yeah, he saw it in there probably. Let go of One For All though, like that might be how it works in the end though. It's just like give him One For All and then let it destroy him from the inside. Physically, maybe. You can never destroy a hero's spirit. Sheesh. Well, it means it's about to match up with the intro. Just embrace him. Sheesh. A little glimmer of light in there. It has to become an emotional fight. You have to give up the quirk. Reach out, not give. Just throw his shit at him. It has to be like a willing thing. The ultimate poetry that is One For All and All For One. One takes, one gives willingly. Well, this isn't the first time we've done a partial transfer then. The Heroes Rising movie that happened with Bakugo. You know, it adds up, I guess. It's just like, it's not an impossible thing. You just let the will of it take over. You were the, well, second, but, you know, the first to receive it. Yeah, just overload him with the quirk powers. The potential to throw all of that away. But at the same time, we're at the point now where it's just like, we need these gambles, because clearly power alone isn't gonna work. It's all or nothing. And here we are. Ugh. It's his hero. Yeah. A thing he'll treasure, but might have to let that go. My hero. Why do I have a feeling this is gonna be a You Say Run remix? Did you just get claws? Put it all into one last thing. This just turned into a fucking creature. Yeah, it's like last season again. Yeah. God damn it. Figured we weren't gonna get all of that in one episode. Well, that was episode 5 of the final season of My Hero Academia. This really is gonna be like only 10 episodes, isn't it? Legit, because I mean, next time it's gonna be the end, right? The end of this fight. Fucking hell, this may only be like 8 episodes. But you know what? Whatever, we'll talk about it later. For now, for a brief moment, this will make Shigaraki the 10th holder of One For All. But I mean, that is the ultimate thing, though. It's just like One For All for one. All for one, the power to take powers from people, and then one one for all, the ultimate selfless power that gives. That will be the ultimate poetry, is just giving it to him, and then it undoes him. The power he's been seeking this whole time. And at the same time, it makes sense for one for all to die with him, because just, you know, that idea of that power and all that. Plus putting the vestiges to rest after all this time. So it's gonna be sad, because I imagine we'll have like a send-off to all of them. It's just like, you guys are already dead, but you know, it's been fun. So I like that it's ultimately second that like leads the charge, because, well, for one, he's the first one who inherited the power. So the story really starts with him, but also like back when we first saw the vestiges, like he was face against the wall, just like not wanting to be involved. And now here he is leading this metaphorical charge, because Yoichi, we had his story already, you know, his thing was mainly all for one, but you know, all for one's done. Now it's just the overall one for all power, and you know, it does really start with him. So into the breach we go. The irony of the only way to beat our enemy is to give him the power he's been seeking. So yeah, next time will most likely be the end of One for All, though obviously we're gonna have probably a final spectacular fight with Deku looking like how he looked back in the Dark Deku stuff. And yeah, I can't wait to see it. But either way, my reaction to episode 5 of the final season of My Hero Academia. Join me next time for episode 6. Everything else will be coming out soon. Till next time, I'm Later. Thanks for watching.